Wilder look like a sucker. Or the nigga, you took all this shit and then he made you bite your words. Or he told Tyson Fury something about changing his trainer. You changed your trainer. You just changed your trainer to somebody that got you knocked the fuck out. And Tyson Fury beat him up too. So what? And now what?
Damn, Chris. My man Chris Colbert, man. He bugged out in that interview. Saying Wilder look like a sucker. Alright, man, we're gonna talk about it. What up, man? It's your boy Var, man. Welcome back to Var World Boxing, man. I'm gonna get right into it. Oh, by the way, before I do get into it, let me just make sure you shoot the jab at the like button, hit the subscribe, and then touch that bell notification. So anytime I'm here, you here with me. You understand what I'm saying? So we got Chris Colbert, man, from Brooklyn. Like he's just like he's a pure Brooklyn head. Like you can hear the way he talking. Like he talk crazy. He talk like that. He talk hella spicy. You know what I'm saying? He talk extra spicy, that New York stuff, right? So I'm listening to the interview, and it seems like he talked with such contempt. Like as soon as the interviewer mentioned Wilder's name, he looked at him like, "What? Wilder? What you talking about, Wilder? Like, oh, so he gonna lose the fight? Like, what you talking about? It don't even matter." Like, so he mentioned something, right? He mentioned Malik Scott. He's saying, how can Malik Scott? He's a boxing genius. How can a boxing genius not know what to do in the ring with a person? Yo, listen, you can have the brain for it, but if you don't have the athletic ability to do it, it is what it is. You can't do it. If you don't have the physical attributes to do it, you cannot do it. You can have the mind to do it. You can want to do it. You can know how to do it. But if you don't have the physical attributes to do it, you will not do it. Unfortunately, Chris Colbert will probably not know nothing about that. This dude is athletic. He's a beast. He's a savage. He has speed. He got some power. So he would know, if he had the boxing brain that Malik Scott had, most likely maybe he may be a better fighter, but he's a good fighter now. So in his mind, he believes that Malik Scott should have did the same thing, but you know what I mean? He's a young boy, man. Real talk. He's speaking like a young boy. But anyway, so he goes on to say, the interviewer brings up the gloves. He's like, oh, so you don't? He was like, you just talking about the MS gloves. He said, I could bend my hand this way, all the way up with those gloves. I've done it before. But that wasn't even the allegations. It wasn't even the allegations. He talking about he could bend his glove. No, the glove was flapping all the way back to his wrist. That's not even what. See, that's what I'm saying. He's speaking empty truth. Like he's speaking empty words, empty statements, because it's not coming from nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? He's picking stuff out of like tabloids. You could tell he's listening to the ESPNs and he's going into these boxing forums and things like that. One thing I do know is that, and this is what what Black Americans got to suffer. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Black Americans got to suffer from this all the time, where every other person who represents another country, they look at the Black American as lazy and excuse makers. That like we don't take care of our kids, or like we get this stereotype that we're just no good and you got to prove us differently. You know what I mean? You got to prove us differently. So that's just based off of what I experienced going through life. That's exactly like the kind of tone that Chris Colbert have. Again, I don't nothing against Chris Colbert. My man, you know, a little B-hop, he's doing his thing, man. Young boy is nice. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to him. But I did, like, you could tell too in the interview, right? You got Danny Garcia in there. You got a couple other cats in there. Everybody just like, this dude really talking. This dude just talking, man. Like it didn't seem like they were agreeing with him. You know what I mean? But that's they little man. You know what I mean? He do what he do. I mean, let him talk. Let him do his thing. Let him do his interview. Young champ, right? But you could tell. So once they put the camera back on, then they put the camera on Danny Garcia and asked Danny Garcia. He said, "Yo, I think the fight's gonna be different. Totally different tone in the interview." He's like, "Yeah, I think it's gonna be totally different. I think it's gonna be a more competitive fight." You know what I mean? And he said the first fight You know, he won. First fight was a draw. Second one he lost. And he's like, and then Chris Colbert talking about, you trying to tell me he didn't get his ass beat? He didn't get his ass beat? And then and then Dan was like, I'm not gonna say he got his ass beat, because I think secretly, you know, Danny feels like something was fishy about that. You understand what I mean? So he don't want no bad juju on him or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Respect the Danny Garcia. You know what I mean? It was just a funny interview, man. It was an interview from Fight Hype. Salute to them. It's just funny, man. I just thought maybe I'll report on it, man. Chris Colbert out here talking about he looked like a sucker and all this, but a lot of his statements were empty. It sounded like it was coming from someone from another country. It sounded like he's not trying to represent his countrymen. It seemed like he was. One last thing, he's talking about why did he fire Mark Breland and not JD's? Why you keep the white guy and you gonna fire a black guy? You gonna fire a black guy? Like, then you got to think about then, Chris. Why would he keep the white guy and then fire the black guy if he's so pro-black? There must have been something really wrong there, right? For him to do that, there must have been something that he knew, or he felt like that was wrong. That he strongly felt like he was wrong, coming from this specific person, as opposed to looking. He gave the benefit of the doubt to JD's for whatever reason. And again, if you're a pro-black man and you for your American black men, then something really had to be wrong with Mark Breland. I'm in full belief that he truly felt like something was wrong with his water. It could have been the fruit. There's been situations in the past, and it's funny. Chris Colbert does have to do a little bit of research on how people do cheat in boxing. I feel like he doesn't really have that research. He's living on the high. He's a young boxer, you know, up and coming, getting the buzz. He has the support of his people. You know what I mean? But you know, it is what it is, man. I just felt like, again, I just wanted to make sure I reported on this, man. It's funny stuff. I just, you know, make sure I gave you my thoughts. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe, like, hate, comment, share. I already know what y'all gonna do up in the comment section, man. Listen, do what you need to do. I respond to the people who actually talk about the video. You understand? Instead of just throwing out empty comments and things like that. Y'all haters can just hate on your own. You understand? Jersey.